one student from Taiwan who's going to talk about the holiday and how he celebrates it in Taiwan. So this here is Frank, and he will talk about Taiwan.
Yeah.
We can all welcome him.
Thank you very much. Actually, this is my second time stand up here. So today, but I really enjoy doing this stuff like culture sharing. I really enjoy that. And everyone knows today is the Lunar New Year in China or Taiwan, right? And then it's quite a big thing in my country because this is the only period we will have like a long-term vacation, because in Taiwan we have a very strict working culture. So normally you won't take any vacation at all. So this is the only time everyone can get like probably 8 days vacation. So it's a good time for family to get together. And before now I'm going to introduce how we celebrate the Lunar New Year in Taiwan. Before the Lunar New Year, we will clean out the entire house because our ancestor told us if you clean out all the dirty things, and then you can bring the good fortune in this year. So that's kind of like a rumor, but everyone believes in that. Yeah. And then after that, we will have right here we have a reunion dinner at night. It's very important things because during the Lunar New Year, the reunion dinner, normally everyone will go back, no matter how far they are from their country. Like me, I can't go back this year. I'm a little bit sad, but during the reunion dinner, my family called me. Yeah, because he kind of want me to taking part in that reunion dinner, because it symbolizes everyone is here, and then everyone is healthy, everyone is happy, and then it just show the relationship between the family. And we used to have several dishes on the table, like a fish, because the fish, they have a homophone in Chinese. It's a little bit homophone, you can earn a lot of money, and then after you earn the money, at the end of this year, you can put all the money in the bank. It means you can earn a lot of money, you can save it. Yeah, so we have that kind of homophone. So we used to have fish, and then we have this one, Chinese mustard. I used to say it's a long-aged vegetables. Yeah, but I search on the internet, it says Chinese mustard. And there's a small tip when you are eating these vegetables, because it's long-aged vegetables, so you're supposed to eat it in one bite. Yeah, if you eat it you cut it in half, probably it's not a good luck. So yeah, you're supposed to eat it in one bite, so you can have the entire life and really long one. Yeah. And then after the reunion dinner, we will have a very traditional gambling games. It's the gambling time for the family, or they will invite some friends to come over and just gamble a little bit. And this is a very traditional Chinese gambling game. We call mahjong. Yeah, and this is Chinese chess. The rule is a little bit like chess we used to know in the Western culture. And then the mahjong is more like a calculating game. Yeah, you have to calculate a little bit, and then you can, and then people, of course, they will pour some money out there. And after that, we will wait until the midnight, because we want to set up the firecracker in the first second of the next year. So we will wait until the midnight and set off the firecracker. And why we celebrate, why we use the red color and the firecracker and this one, red envelope, to celebrate the Lunar New Year, because there's a folktale in Taiwan, and there was a beast living in the mountain. His name is Nian, and then he used to sleep in the mountain. There's only time he will just leave his tent and come to hunt for the prey. It's during the Lunar New Year, and then he used to kidnap some kid or some probably livestock. So that's why people are very scared of this beast. And then one day, there's a homeless, I don't know what's his name, probably Bob or someone, and then he just come to this town, and then he saw everyone is leaving the town before the Lunar New Year. He was really curious why. And then everyone told him this story about Nian. There's a beast will come here. He might like hurt you or something. And then it's time to live here. And then the beggar told them, it's okay, I will stay here tonight. And then he set up like this one, the red carpet. Oh, right there. Actually, there's like a red carpet behind, in front of the cake. Yeah, in front of the windows. Did you see? Yeah. This is the red carpet we used to put in front of our house. Yeah. And then, okay. Yeah, and then like this night, the beast come into the town again. And this time he saw there's a light right in the house. And then he ran into there. Suddenly he saw the red carpet, and because it's too light for his eyes, so he become blind. And then the beggar set off the firecracker, and then he become dead. So that's why the next day everyone came back to the town and they said, oh, why this year nothing is like being messed up? And then now the beggar told them, you just have to set up the red carpet and then set up the firecracker. It means like, it kind of like symbolize to ward off the bad spirit and wish the good fortune for the next year. Yeah. And then, yeah, red envelope. This is quite a big thing for me because red envelope used to, red envelope, it's like you can only put the monetary in there. It's money only. So it really depends on the family, like how much you're gonna put in there. But the numbers you put in, the money you put in the red envelope is supposed to be like even digits. It's very important because the odd digit means the bad luck in Chinese culture. So we used to put like an even digit, like 16, 32, 64, 128, that kind of stuff. And then, yeah, so every year, this red envelope used to give out by the people who is hitting their mid-age. Like they will give it to their kid or their parents. Because for their parents, they wish them can have a good health, or of course, they can enjoy their retirement life. And for the kid, of course, wish them a happy childhood, a good grade, and be good next year. Yeah. So this is the things I'm looking forward every year. Yeah. So, oh, okay. And actually, there's after the Lunar New Year, the day after the Lunar New Year is a very important day for the female in Taiwan because it's a time for the husband to bring their wife back to their wife's house to meet their parents, to have a reunion dinner there. Because in Chinese culture, we still have like kind of like the man is more like a privileged than the woman. So if the women they are married, they're supposed to live with the man. So probably you won't have time to go back to your family at all because you have to take care of kids, you have to clean up the house, you have to go to work, everything like that. So actually, this period is very important for the female in Taiwan because it's time you can meet your parents. Of course, you will give out some red envelopes to parents, and just sitting there and then chit chat a little bit. Yeah. So basically, this is how we celebrate the Chinese Lunar New Year. Yeah. Oh, so everyone, anyone have any questions?
I have a question.
Oh, yeah.
So I saw red paper fans in Chinese restaurants like more often. Also the red lanterns.
Yeah.
Does it have any significance?
Oh, red lanterns. Yeah, like the red lanterns, as I say, it's all related to the story. Like
Okay,
you
is it
just
same
ward
story?
off the bad spirit and just bring the good luck to your house or maybe your new year.
Okay.
Right.
Thank you. Thanks.
I have a question for you, Frank. We talked yesterday, and you were talking about like the woman's role in Taiwan and how it was changing. I don't know if you want to talk about that real quick.
Oh yeah, like before, in Taiwan, like in Chinese culture, I say to you guys before, like in Chinese culture, it used to be like a man is more like privileged than a girl, right? But nowadays it's more like everyone is equal, right? So that's why the day after the Lunar New Year become more important. Like a lot of wives, they were just like, yeah, we have to go back. Sometimes, because this kind of culture is a little bit like, it's a little bit not useful now. Because now people, sometimes they will just go back to their wife's house before the Lunar New Year, and they will stay there for several days, for a couple of days, because one day I think it's not enough for a female, right? You just go one day and then you have to come back right away. Yeah, it's kind of sad. Like I just meet my parents once in a year. It's kind of like really sad, right? So now because like the women's right is getting like more important in Taiwan. So even we have a women's president now. We have a woman president in Taiwan. Yeah, I'm really proud of this fact. Like we have a female president in my country. Yeah, and yeah, basically that's the story. So. Oh yeah, but at the one more. At the end of the presentation, I want to ask everyone to do me a favor because maybe last week there was a very serious earthquake happened in Taiwan, and then there was a building in east coast of Taiwan just collapsed. Yeah, but I mean earthquake is quite common in Taiwan. It happens all the time, every year. But recently it just happened like really often. And it's getting more serious, you know. Before it's just like a very small, like a low energy one, but now it's getting like every time it's getting more destruction, making more destruction for Taiwan, and then probably a lot of people die, and then more people were injured. Yeah, so I hope everyone can maybe give me 15 seconds, no matter what religion you are, just pray for my country. Yeah, pray for Taiwan. Thank you very much.